Hello. I am back. This is Brian with Zimco Survival. Today I'm doing a review on a multi-tool. Now this is based around food. So this is a multi-tool where pretty much all the functions have to do with camp cooking of some kind. Eating, cooking, whatever the case may be. And that is of the Muncher. Now this came out in 2018, so this is one of those, I guess you could say, of all the ones I've tried, best of 2018 type video. So far, this is the best that I've found of all the ones that I've used and tested and borrowed from people, etc., etc. So, let me go ahead and get into the review itself of the Muncher. Now, first off, just like any of my videos, we're going to start off with the sheath. Yes, it does come with one. It does come with a little carabiner that is, I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but it is labeled with full Windsor, which are the people who manufacture it. And of course, just to let you guys know, this is an actual Muncher. It has the full Windsor right there. So, what is this tool? This is a camp eating multi-tool. Every single function on here, except for one, is designed for eating. It is designed to basically fulfill as many tasks as possible with one single tool. So let's go ahead and get into the specs though of the sheath itself. The sheath is a plastic, or not plastic, a rubber material. As you'll notice, it doesn't have any type of clip or anything up here to hold the tool in, and that's because it is basically grip retention. If you buy one of these, you will know very quickly that it is not going to come out on its own. It is very hard to pull out. That's the one problem with this sheath, is it requires quite a bit of force to remove it. So let me go ahead and show you that. Now, I will of course have affiliate links to this on Amazon, and so if you guys want to pick one up, go ahead and click, check the description, click on that link, and it'll take you right to their listing page. But there you have it. That's what it looks like inside. Now you can of course put it in or out of the sheath however you want, but I'm going to just try to show you guys as best I can. It requires a bit of force to pull this out. It is not going to fall out by accident. You could carry this thing upside down and it would still be there when you were done hiking. Of course, like I said, it comes with that little carabiner there, and it comes with a little ferro rod. Now they claim that this ferro rod is primarily for like starting gas cookers and things of that nature. Now, I'm trying to see if I can give you guys a good picture of the sparks, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate with me all that much. It's not the best ferro rod in the world. I'm just going to let you guys know that kind of right off the bat. I'm trying to find a good spot to strike it. Can't remember where I struck it before, but it's not really striking very well. It does work, but it's a very hard ferro rod, and the place that it's designed to strike from, I'm going to show it to you right now. See here, it's got that little cutout and it's got that sharp edge right there. That's where you're supposed to strike it on, is on that little sharp portion right there. But let me see if I can find some place that might be a little bit sharper. Alright, so right here you have what's called the screwdriver. It's the one part of this tool that isn't really designed to eat with. It's just something they added on to add an extra tool. But if you take like this and you scrape it, you get more consistent sparks than using the supposed correct striking surface. So there you have it. Not the best ferro rod in the world. It's very hard. Personally, you'd be better off trying to strike it with a knife or carrying an actual dedicated striker with you, in my honest opinion. Now let's go ahead and move on to the actual tool itself. Okay, so this tool has several tools built into it. Let's give you guys a bit of a close-up here. Okay, so of course you have a fork and a spoon. You have the handle piece here, which contains a cap lifter and a peeler. And then right here you have a bottle opener, a serrated style butter knife, and right up here at the edge, the very edge right there, is a box cutter. It's just a straight sharp blade. Let me get into, now that we've gotten the features out of the way. This is 6.5 inches long. It weighs 0.6 ounces for just the tool. The tool and the sheath and ferro rod are 2 ounces. So if you guys want to go ultra light, ditch the sheath, just bring the tool. It is made out of titanium, so it is a very nice, strong, durable, kind of material. It doesn't particularly bend easily. Now you can bend it if you try to. So if you really want to bend it, you will bend it. But there's the thickness of the tool, for those of you guys who are wondering. Not the thickest tool, and in the price range I think they could have probably made it a little bit thicker, but it is definitely good, and it's not going to break or bend through normal use. You kind of have to try to bend it, but because it is titanium. But it could be a little bit thicker. I have a little bit more bulk to it to justify the price range, because this is a premium tool. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what the price is, because I don't want to stir trouble if the price increases or decreases, whatever the case may be, because I've done that on other videos, and it leads to people saying, well, it's this price now. Okay, well, 2 years ago it wasn't. But so I'm just going to leave the price out. Just put it to say this is a premium multi-tool made from premium materials, so it does cost. Now, let me go ahead and just clarify some things for you guys. Something that I don't like is the butter knife here. I don't know, it works. It will cut through like a raw potato or something like that, but I don't know, I don't like the position of it, because when you're trying to eat, it kind of faces right into that section of your hand there. So just the way it's positioned, I would have liked it more if it was facing that direction. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Now, the blade and the spoon, the spork part, are both polished, and the actual handle is not polished. But like I said, it has bottle opener and peeler. So let me go ahead and demonstrate those for you guys now. The bottle opener is good. It does work. It will open it, or the can opener will open a can. But it leaves a very rough cut when you try to do it that way, and it's awkward to use. It's slow, and it kind of requires a backwards cut to it. I'm trying to demonstrate it for you guys here, but I'm not even putting it on camera. So let me aim it down a little bit. See if I can do this. But it does leave a very, very rough cut, and you pretty much have to, you can't just slide it down like you would want to with other ones. So let me see if I can try to get it in the right position for you guys here, so you guys can kind of see a little bit of what's going on. It does require you to move it, physically pick it up, move it, put it in the next spot. So it's a very, very slow bottle opener or can opener. And as you can see, it leaves a very rough edge. Let me just pop a little bit more of this out so that I can show it to you. It leaves an edge that would look more like a saw than anything a real bottle opener or can opener, I keep calling it bottle opener, anything a real can opener should produce. My favorite can opener of all the ones I own is, I think it's Forgive Me. I'm going to call it an M38. I think that's what it's called, the military can opener. Forgive me, my mind just went blank, so I'm just trying to remember right off the top of my head. But I just want to show you guys that it does work. It will open a can, and show you guys what kind of the end result is. Alright, so there you go. You guys should be able to see pretty easily right off the top of the, right off the bat. And throwing stuff everywhere, as you always do when you try to open these things. Burying the lid. Come on now, get out of there. Come on. Throwing stuff all over myself. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright. So that's what the lid will look like. Very sharp, wavy lid. Like I said, it produces a very rough cut. Not at all what I would consider a let's see, a clean bottle opener. Like I said, my favorite one is the one that comes on my either the M38 can opener, or the one I actually use the most often is the can opener that I have on my Leatherman Surge. That's my all-time favorite. It produces a perfect clean cut and really fast, easy to use. This one I would say is better suited to a backup. It is not something that I would consider my primary can opener in any way. That's just my opinion on the matter. It does work, it will open a can, but it does a very messy job of it. Now, time for the other piece, and that is, I guess you could say, the claim to fame for this tool is the fact that it has a peeler on it. They do a lot of touting that, and personally, I've tried the peeler a couple of times, and I'd rather just use a knife, but it will peel stuff. So let me go ahead and show it to you. It's really awkward to use, so please bear with me. So basically this section in here is the peeler, either one of these two sides. And basically the whole idea is you take and you slide this down just like this, and it peels. And it does, like I said, it does work, it does peel. But it doesn't do a clean job of it. It's not the best. And in all honesty, if you're out camping, you probably have a knife with you. So I would try to use a knife first. That's just my opinion. A knife would definitely do a better job. I don't know, well, you guys can be able to see it, but it does take off quite a bit of the meat. So those of you guys, like my grandparents and my parents, don't waste food. And so when you peel potatoes and stuff, you're supposed to just peel the skin off. Not supposed to peel any of the meat off, and this does take quite a bit of the meat off. But as you can see, it does peel just like a regular peeler. But I would definitely go with a knife first. I have tried to use this peeler a few times, and after the first couple of potatoes, I'm kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a knife and do it the old-fashioned way. Now, as far as I think I already talked about the knife with you guys. It does work. It is fairly dull, but it's more like a butter knife. They demonstrated cutting a banana and spreading butter, so it's not really meant to be anything majorly sharp. Just kind of a general purpose, kind of basic little knife. The spork area here, it does have a bit of a squared shape to it. I haven't had a problem with that as far as getting, being able to eat with it, but there are people who have, where they'll say food will get stuck kind of in the bottom of the bowl here, and I can see where that would happen. I haven't had an issue with it though, that's just me. And of course you do have your spork up here. Now the spork does work really well. It acts just like a fork. I've had some sporks where you go to stab the food with it, and these edges are so rounded that you're just pushing the food around the plate. It's not really doing anything. But this one, it actually does work. You can stab and pick stuff up just like you would with a fork, which I really like about it. And the spoon is a good generous sized spoon. It is not some little baby spoon like a lot of the ones you find. It has a 15 milliliter level in here. Not like markings, but it holds 15 milliliters of fluid. So basically this is a full half an ounce spoon. So it is a good, essentially teaspoon. It basically holds the amount of a teaspoon. A regular kind of teaspoon. So I actually find this the most comfortable to eat with as far as sporks go on the trail, simply because it feels more like I'm eating with a regular utensil instead of some tiny little thing, where I'd rather just drink it out of the bowl than try to eat with the actual utensil. So I guess, see, I'm on the fence about this, and it's kind of hard for me to review it, but it's time. It's a good tool. It is a premium tool, so it is something that you're going to pay for it, and it will last you. It is well designed. It is something that it will work. It does what it's supposed to do. Are there a couple of things about it that I think could have been done better? I do. I think that the peeler could work a little bit better, and I think the can opener could work a little bit better, and I think that this could be on this side of the knife to make it more comfortable when you're using it. Now if you're eating left-handed, it's perfectly fine, and it's a lot more comfortable that way. But eating right-handed, these little teeth end up digging into your hand right here, and after a time it starts to poke and it starts to irritate a little bit. But if it was designed the other way, it doesn't do that. It's very comfortable. So those of you guys who are left-handed, this will be an absolute pleasure to eat with because it is very, very comfortable in this orientation. For the right-handed people, that knife blade hits right in the crotch of your thumb, and it can be pretty uncomfortable, especially if it hits you in the wrong spot and it ends up digging in there. So keep that in mind. Full Windsor, if you guys are watching this, I would recommend flipping this section over. So basically just keep this section the same and flip the end part there over. That's just my opinion. I'm right-handed, so I'm biased in that way. But would I rate this a 5 out of 5? I would probably rate it a 4 out of 5. It is definitely worth buying, in my opinion, if you're looking for an ultralight, premium style tool. Basically, you're paying for it, but it is a good tool, and it will last you a lifetime. If you take care of it and you don't deliberately try to break it, this thing will last you a lifetime. This is a one-time purchase. You buy it, and that's the last time you have to buy a tool like this. So as far as multi-tools go, kind of to finish this review off, the one thing I do like about this a lot is that they kept the tool set for what it's supposed to be. They didn't add hex wrenches and all that kind of stuff in here, because this is an eating tool, and they kept it as an eating tool. The only thing that doesn't really work as an eating tool is the little screwdriver on the end here, and I think they just did that to add a new tool to it, because that was essentially what it was. There's nothing else they could have put there, so they just figured, hey, we'll turn it into a screwdriver. But as far as this goes, I do like it. I do recommend it. I know there are some people who are going to say you're crazy, but I do recommend it. And like I said, there will be an affiliate link in the description if you want to pick one up. I won't give you guys the price. Just click on the link. You guys will be able to see it then. Technically speaking, I'm not allowed to give you a price because it is an affiliate link, but I kind of did anyway, and it kind of came back to bite me a couple of times, so I'm going to have to just stop giving out prices. But there you go. It is a good tool. 4 out of 5. Just a couple of minor changes. Design the can opener a little bit better. Flip this part of the knife around. But other than that, it's a good little tool, and it does what it says it's going to do. It's a multi-tool designed for eating, and all the tools on here are pretty much designed for eating. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Bye bye.